Ah, okay.
Open up.
Yeah.
And then you click it, and then it's like, and then you still have to click the join audio button so that you can hear me.
Wow. Okay. Hasn't been doing that for me, but I haven't really been attending Zoom calls that other people are initiating. So it could be
Right.
that I'm only seeing it on the back admin end,
Yeah. But
but
it's
it might be a
something
new
new.
thing.
It's only happened the last few times.
Huh. Okay.
And it seems like it takes longer too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the solution in this case was to clear my cache. I kind of had an
Yes. You had
intuitive
too much
message.
stuff in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I restarted the computer. I tried a different link and it still didn't work. And then Archangel Michael said, clear your cache. It's the
Yeah.
problems in the browser, like it
Yeah.
wasn't Zoom,
Because
it
I
was the
never do
browser.
that either. And it's
Yeah,
like,
so I cleared the cache and then I went in and it worked. So I was like, thank you, angels. Okay, good.
yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I hardly ever think to do that.
I know I don't do it either.
Wrong. I don't even shut my computer down often enough, as
I
I know.
know.
I put it to sleep. At the end of the night, I tell it to sleep. The screen goes off, but I hardly ever restart it. And my kids make fun of me all the time. They're like, no matter how big a computer I get, I always have too many windows open. But that's because I have a creative mind.
Yes, you have stuff going on.
It's like this. It's like a messy desk. A
Yes,
clean desk is a sign of a boring life, I think. Like,
right. It
have a
is.
totally clear desk. They don't have enough stuff going on.
No, it's true. My computer got so aggravated with me, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I got a busy mind. I got stuff to do, and I can't just shut
No.
everything down and start over every time because that's what you think I should do.
Well,
No.
absolutely. And sometimes you have like me with the Word documents, because I'm a writer, I'll
Yeah.
have some project, but I have 10 projects going at once and I can't
Right.
be
So you
finishing
save
10
it and you
projects
put
at
it down.
once. So I have 9 of them sitting there to get back to later.
I know.
It works for me. As long as it
Yes.
works. I mean, the bottom line is if our system works for us, who cares what anybody else
Yes.
thinks?
Why screw with it?
Exactly.
It's
If
none of
it
your
ain't broken,
business.
don't
My
fix it.
business.
It's nice to see you, and happy Saturday and happy Lamas. And we had a pretty cool guide-a-thon yesterday. You might want to kind of skim through a little bit. And I know you get really your targeted stuff, what you need more in the DAGA, and
Yes.
that's okay. And that's cool. But there's still some cool stuff that's happening over there. So feel free to pop on and join us for the guide-a-thons and the angelic money reikis, whenever you like. The Create True Prosperity Now book, you saw that years ago, but we made it much more beautiful. It's like so much prettier. It's definitely worth a relook,
Yeah.
so that'll be nice. And what I did too is I set up in the DAGA is set up now in the member vault. So like when you log in, like you're logging into Wisdom School, when you
Right.
log in, it'll show you silver, gold, and DAGA.
Okay.
And then if you click in the DAGA, you can see all the replays.
Okay.
And then if I ever have any like handouts that are for all of you guys, they would go in there in the DAGA as well.
Okay.
But as we know, it's mostly coaching oriented. So
Right.
there's not a whole lot of handouts, but there might be sometime. So that's all good now. So that's taken care of. Yay. All right. Now, do we want to start with a little meditation centering, or do you want to kind of blurb and sort of tell me what's going on first and what you want support with? I'll go either way.
Yeah, I kind of want to just like spit it all out.
I feel like you need to do a little bit of blurbing,
Yeah.
just like let the meatballs roll off your tongue for a while.
Yeah.
And then we'll go right into a centering, because I know that you need to do that. So that'll be
Yeah.
great.
Okay. I mean, my money situation, okay?
Mhm.
Um, and normally I don't worry, I mean, it's just not really who I am, and it's not what I do. But it's the beginning of the month again, and Paul was like, he's like, okay, so what do you need? And so I tell him, and he's like, you're not helping me. It's not going down, which it has been down. Okay. Just this one, like the chiropractor was, that was like $3,000.
Hey, yeah,
But see, if I pay it up front all at once, it's like with you, like if you pay
yeah,
everything in full, you get a better price than if you pay
right.
it. you
Yeah,
know?
most people do things that way. Yeah.
Right. So that's, and I said, I know that's not a normal thing. That's $3,000,
It
and
is tax deductible though. You can
oh
itemize
yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I'm all set with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just he's like, well, what are you gonna do when the money runs out?
Mm.
And I'm like, I don't know.
You'll be earning money is
Well,
what
that's
you'll
the
be
plan.
doing.
That's the plan. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is actually, I mean, I know fear doesn't help anything, but you know what I mean? There is some truth to what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
know?
you have to be realistic. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And plus, of course, see, this is August. So of course it's car insurance will be due this month. Um, in another month or two, he'll have his life insurance policy, which is $25,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
He pays that?
Yeah.
Wow. For the year?
Yes.
Why is it so much?
Because he didn't get it till he was 50 years old.
Still though, I mean, we
No,
didn't get,
trust me, that's like that's the magic line.
you know,
Like after that, it's like almost astronomical. I mean, that's high too, but after that point, it's almost, like undoable for most people.
right. What you might look at, and this is just an idea, and I'm not an insurance person, but I do know a bit about this kind of stuff. You might look at lowering the policy. In other words, if it's
Yeah, I know.
if it's $1 million policy, maybe you only need $100,000, $200,000.
Well,
You know what I mean?
and the problem is
That's the place where you can adjust it. It's just like car insurance,
right. Well, see,
adjust
we've actually probably got a little bit longer. I'm not sure exactly what the golden spot is, but you know how it is. When you get to a certain age, they're going to start like decreasing the policy. Like it's $1 million policy.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling you guys have $1 million policy, and the feeling I'm getting is that you only need like a $250,000 policy.
Well, what I'm saying, he's getting to the age though where like you don't have to pay the premium, and they're going to start decreasing the value of what it would be worth.
Right.
We're not quite there yet, so like I'd really like to hang on if we can.
It's a lot of money though. Damn, $2,000 a month.
But if anything happened to him,
right,
we'd get
that would be your payout. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, for right now, I'd kind of like to hang on to that if we can.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Those are true words that he's saying.
Oh yeah, sure, I understand.
But my plan is, yes, I plan to turn the tables, but I'm not there yet. You know what I mean?
How did you do with finishing up your side cam for your $1,500 side cam, lady?
I haven't done it yet, but it's going to be soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I just know I mean, because I was kind of thinking about trying to work on it this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, and see, I've got one more week of like chaos, and then Aiden will be back in school.
Goes back to school, then you'll be like, okay, now I can concentrate.
Hopefully everybody will.
Right. Then you'll have that 25 hours a week or so of quiet in house. Yeah, exactly. Yes. That does help. Okay. And I want you to bookend that with me when you get her psych-am stuff sent off to her. Just Facebook message me that you did that. Yeah. And I'm going to make a note on my calendar for, say, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
To make sure that you get that done, because you're going to feel more of a sense of relief and
I know.
Accomplishment.
I know.
And then when she gives you the feedback and a testimony, which she probably will,
right?
Then that can go on your website.
Okay. On that note, right there, let me throw this part out here right now. And I haven't told Andy this yet, but astrologically, August 30th is like primo for launch. So I want, like I said, I need to like send him everything and like, okay, dude, I want to launch by August 30th.
Right.
That's like a really good, like everything, there's going to be like 5 planets in Virgo.
Everything's all lined up. Yeah.
Exactly. Everything will be, in a really good, like work space.
Good.
Astrologically for me.
And that can be for Gail and Anna as well, so we'll plant that seed for the ladies hearing the replay.
Well, yes, because astrologically, I mean, I'm not sure in Gail's case, but astrologically, yes, that will be true for everybody because there'll be 5 planets in Virgo.
Right.
But yeah, that's my plan is I want to get as much of this all lined up as possible so that I can send everything to him And I can, maybe like that last week of the month, I can start saying, okay, get ready. August 30th, you're going to see the brand new, relaunching, retooling of my website.
Absolutely. And
Kind of
what
play
you want to do is simultaneously two things. We have the two big pieces for you. One is the website.
Right.
And the other is your Facebook group and your page. And you have a page now.
Yes.
And let's get you into the groove with like sharing things with your page. And then you can periodically, like while you're sitting watching a TV show or a movie, you can just literally be on your phone, like invite friends, click, 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 click. Because there's no way to automate that anymore. Facebook got rid of that years ago because people were abusing it. So you just literally have to click them by hand. And there might be some people that you don't want to invite, like, Uncle James.
I did that.
Like there's some people that you go like, oh no, well they have a nice thing now where if you accidentally click them, you have like 1 second to unclick them, because sometimes you get like, oh whoops, I don't want that person to know what I'm doing. Like super.
I know, and that's why I did
too. But you can just like the ones you want, click, 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 even if you don't remember them, because after a while your Facebook friends get so big. You don't even know who most of them are.
Well, I can't remember if it's 116 or 126 likes already.
That's great. You already passed the 100 mark. That is awesome.
And I need to do something. That's the thing. I need to do
That's what we need to. I think it'd be good for part of our time today to make a plan and give you like some strategies.
And that's what I told him. I said, oh, wow, I've got 100. I said, I'll need to do something special. And I just left it at that. I didn't tell him what it was going to be or anything. So I just left it there.
Yeah, I think that would be a high priority for today because you kind of want to strike while the iron is hot. Yeah. And they're in there. So they're kind of like waiting,
Yes, exactly.
So,
and I was sort of afraid, like I didn't want to, being as it's supposed to be a business page, I mean, it's okay for me to put a Scotland video here and there occasionally.
Yeah, you just don't want it to take over.
Exactly. I don't want it to be just like my stuff. I mean, like my, on my own personal stuff.
Well, that's the sassy Celtic glass.
Right. But what I mean is I want to try to keep it
more businessy. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I need to start saying what it is we're going to do. And I don't, how it is. I don't want to give a ton of stuff away for free.
Exactly. Finding that balance between the free and
yes. I mean, I understand. Okay, 100 likes. I'll do a group clearing for everybody or something.
Right. A reading, some kind of a reading or something. I mean, that's a milestone.
Yeah.
But you don't want to end up, you're exactly right. You don't want to end up being pigeonholed into that box of, oh, she always does free readings.
Right, exactly.
Then the value they have for you is, oh, she's just a freebie,
Yes.
And honestly, I mean, a free reading is not going to be coming anywhere close to what they get, even with a regular IAM length reading or healing with you.
Right.
And then the Psychem is like the Cadillac, Lexus on the top, Yeah. So yeah, you definitely have to do it in a way that's strategic, and I'll help you with that because, as you can see, my business model, people don't expect free readings from me.
Right.
They understand that, they understand that like they get little excerpts of free channelings, they get teachings, sometimes they get inspirational things, but they don't just be like, they're not like, hey, can you tell me, what I should do about my health, or when is my soulmate coming, or which house should I move to? They sometimes my clients
see a bunch of that on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. I
don't want to do that,
You don't want to be in that position because.
But then other people are like, well, people have got to get to know you, and it's kind of like, yeah, I understand that, but
what you can do is demonstrations. You can do, like, say, for example, a Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would do is have some content.
Right.
So this is what we're going to come up with today, and in fact, we come up with a content plan for you for the whole month.
Okay.
For the month of August, so that you're going to know what you're doing each week, right? And they could be related. Like maybe you have 4 weeks, so maybe you have 4 different themes. Maybe you want to work on the elements, or maybe you want to work on, something about the chakras, and you do like a 7-week thing, or you kind of have like a system, and it gives you some content. But you can do a demonstration on, say, like a Facebook Live. Or a Zoom call if you want to do more of a webinar, or an instant seminar if you want to do it without visual. But I think visual is better, And you can have like one person gets, one person gets a
Yeah.
reading.
Yes.
And then what happens is like, then the rest of them go, "Ooh, look how good that was.
Right.
I want that." But they understand that it's like a very special, rare thing to get selected for that.
Exactly.
And you don't do them every week. You don't do them every day. Maybe you do
No.
them once in a while, like, once a month, once a quarter,
Yeah.
when you hit a milestone. You're doing it at 100, maybe you do it at 500. At 500, we're going to have another thing, whatever you want to
Yes.
call it, So, and that's nice when you do it with the milestones, because then they kind of help you grow the group.
Yes.
Like, oh, we're getting close. Look, we're 420. I can invite a few friends, So that's kind of cool. So we'll come up with a strategic plan for you for the whole month of August. And maybe even if you want to do more of a chakra-based thing, then you could do like 2 months worth.
Right.
So, and then the content, what you do is like tastes. There's what you call soft teaching and hard teaching.
Right.
You're familiar with that? So, what you want to do is the soft teaching is the what and the why.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, let's say, for example, pick a topic. What do you think you might want to teach your people about? You want to teach about crystals? Do you want to teach about the 4 directions and the elements? Do you want to teach about chakras? Just as your first thing, you can always teach them something else later, right? But what would be just theoretically a topic?
Any of those, but crystals for sure. Chakras too. I mean, everybody does chakras, but you can always, there's always something to be said
Right.
about that. Any of those things, but yeah, I like the crystal thing.
Okay, let's go with crystals for the moment, because that's a little bit more unique. Not as many people do crystals as chakras, I think. So, and you have, you're certified in that. How many people are certified in crystal healing, Yeah. So, you could have like the what and the why. Okay, you start with the why. Okay. Why is it important to work with crystals? So that's going to explain to people the general benefits of working more intentionally and more powerfully and more consistently with the crystals. Okay, so you can come up with like a list, and for the sake of doing your Facebook Live, you can just have your little cheat sheet that you're looking at, and you're just looking at it and you're teaching it to them, right? You can also have crystals near you, so you're holding up crystals and stuff.
Right.
So why is it important to become more masterful in your relationship with the crystals?
Right.
What are the gifts for you? What are the benefits for you? And then what? It's like, okay, so what are some of the ways to work with crystals? But you just give the surface part.
Right.
You don't show them the how, or you just show a little bit of the how. So let's say you say, there are 7 great ways to become a powerful crystal healer, or to whatever you want to call it, enhance your relationship with crystals and be blessed by the crystal, whatever. So there's 7. And what I'm going to share with you today is 1. Right. And so you give them the how of the 1, and the other ones you don't mention, or you just give them a little teeny bit. So it's like, think of it as a banquet, and they only get to taste
the
one
salad
dish
today.
Yeah, they get to taste one dish, but they see the other dishes over there, Right, exactly. So, and so the how is like in the paid program or working with you one-on-one, kind of thing.
Right.
And then what you want to do too is kind of reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
Which is to figure out for your free event, what's the call to action of what action do you want them to take? Those who will take a further step and actually pay you to work with you, what is it that step you want them to take? Do you want them to do a crystal reading? If you're doing a teaching about the crystals, I would do maybe like a crystal reading, which is a subset of PsyCam, but I wouldn't try to sell a PsyCam from.
Yeah, no.
That's more of next level thing. But if you have, like, say, crystal reading for $97 or $99,
Right.
yeah, you could do it either by email or phone, or you could even do the pre-recorded thing by the phone. Like, in other words,
Yeah, record it and send it
record it and you send it to them.
Yes.
So you can tell them they got these 3 options, or you could just decide which way you want to do it, right? So if you keep it as a low price, like under $100, you're going to have some takers, So, it's like, here's what you're going to get in your personalized crystal reading, or whatever it was we came up with a cool name for that, remember? It was like your personal crystal reading or something like that. You're going to know your 3 most important crystals for you currently, and I'm also going to reveal to you your lifelong crystal totem, your lifelong crystal, you know what I mean? Because it's just like the crystals, it's just like with the plants and the animals. We have some that are with us for our whole life.
Yes.
That there's a soul connection. They're here always. They're always here, Like for me, obviously, the sage plant.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to outgrow that. I'm not going to someday be like, oh, I have no connection to that anymore. It's lifelong. For me, the animal wolf, always, right? So, and the same with crystals. And this is part of your education that you can put in your what. Is like, did you know that just like power animal totems and animal spirit guides, did you know that you have a crystal spirit guide?
Right.
And you actually have more than one, but you have one that's your lifelong crystal totem. You can call it whatever you want, right?
Right.
Helping you with your content, right? And so what you could do is on the live call that you do, like a Zoom or Facebook Live, you could take one person and you do the crystal reading for one person.
Right.
Right? And you could even have it be like a contest of some sort, like a winner of a contest. And what I would do with that is the most active person in your group. Like they have to kind of earn it. Like you could be like, hey, okay, on day X, on whatever, August 30th or September 1st or whatever you want to do, we're doing this event. And there's going to be 1, or you might even say 2 or 3, people will be selected who are fans here in this community. And the way that you get in the running for that is you share.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Share. Share the post, and I'm going to be looking at who are the most active people here between now and then. And those people are going to be put into the drawing. And we're going to draw, and just ask Spirit how many names. I mean, I think probably if you did 2 or 3, that might be better than just 1, but that's up to you. It depends how long they are. If you feel like it's going to be 20 minutes long, then probably just 1 would be enough.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you can do them quicker, then
if I get limited to 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. So you can feel into that. But I would say, hey, and this way you're getting them excited. You have an event. You have a date. You can put it as an event on Facebook too. And then you explain to your fans, super exciting, we reached 100. Now here's where we're going. We have this event, and you guys can help by promoting the event. You can help by liking the post, commenting on the post, sharing the post, tagging your friends. And our most active members here are all going to be entered into a drawing to get a personalized crystal reading live on our special event together. Right. And now they're excited, right? But then you explain to them why is it so important, the benefits, and what is like. There's crystals that help you for specific purposes, and you might even develop a whole system. Like you might have like a health crystal. Who is your health crystal right now? Who is your enlightenment crystal?
Yes.
And who is your wealth crystal? You know what I mean? Like, who's your love crystal? I mean, sure, everyone's going to get rose quartz, but there might be something else. So this is where you get to kind of meditate on your own and pray and tune in with the crystals and ask them like, okay, what's kind of my unique angle on crystal healing, and you have more knowledge than I do, so I won't presume to tell you what that would be, because you've been through a whole training and you're certified in that. So you're going to add your own spin on all that. And in their personalized crystal reading, they're going to know who their lifelong crystal spirit guide is. And then maybe you're also going to pinpoint for them like a crystal for each chakra, or a crystal for health, a crystal for wealth, a crystal for love, a crystal for awakening, whatever. You can have like a certain number of things.
Right.
And then what you'll do is, because a lot of this is education and teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to, over a period of time, create handouts for the different crystals.
Yes.
So that every time you have someone who has obsidian, you don't have to reinvent the wheel and tell them all about obsidian all over again. You have a handout.
Yes.
Oh, this is what it does. This is what selenite does.
Like when you just post your thing in the,
yeah.
See this. Okay.
Exactly. So you're going to create, handouts for, say, like the top, 20 crystals that you might be referring people to over and over,
Yes.
And then occasionally if somebody has a really weird one,
yeah,
you won't have a handout for that,
no.
But you can research it, and you can tell them to research it, and you can do an intuition thing on it,
Yes.
Because as we know, the facts are going to be helpful, like the commonly known, like, okay, this is what selenite does, but there's also some things that are unique for each person.
Right.
Like when you're doing the reading for a particular person, you might go, oh, and in your case, it's really going to help you with your conscious dreaming. It's going to help you with your dream work. It's going to help you sleep better, and that might not show up like on the research that you do, but like, that for Mary Smith, yes, selenite, having one under her pillow is a good idea because it's going to help her sleep better.
Right.
So you're going to get things that's why they're paying you the big money, because you're not just compiling data that they can find on Google. You're intuiting it for them specifically,
yes.
And you might also get stuff about like spirit guides or angels or chakras or, other pieces that kind of weave in there with that. People are going to be so excited, honey. They're going to be so excited. I want a crystal reading by Lady Roxanna.
I was going to say, that's kind of been, it wasn't on purpose, but when we were doing the email readings,
yeah,
if it came up for the person, then I put them there.
Right.
And I've had a few, not everybody, but I've had a few that actually got a crystal for each chakra.
Right.
Not every last person, but there were some.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah.
So this is great. See, we thought we were just doing the kind of blurb off the tongue with the meatballs, and we actually jumped into some
I just needed to sometimes you just gotta yak it all out there, and
absolutely. I totally get it. Absolutely.
But that was exactly what I was thinking was, yes, my plan is that I'm going to be making buku money, but I'm just not there yet. But it's got to get started, and it's got to, like I said, I love them, but it's like I need a freaking time away.
Need a break. Oh, absolutely. And Mark, what he does is he leaves the house. I can work in the house. I can mentally compartmentalize. I can walk away from the dishes. I can walk away from the laundry, and I can just be like, "This is my workspace. I'm working. I'm focusing."
Right. But see, that's the problem.
It's harder for him.
Anywhere anymore.
He sees the stuff all around, and then the dog is like, "I need to go out," and then the kid is wanting this, and so he literally goes to a cafe. He's like, if I really seriously want to like hunker down and get stuff done today, online, on the computer, or anything at all, website, marketing, writing, anything at all, he will just take his laptop and go to a cafe, and he'll be like 5 times more productive.
Right. But see, Paul doesn't leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't go to work anymore. It's like he doesn't go away.
Right. Oh, I understand. Yeah, he's constantly there.
Yes.
You might consider going to a cafe. That was my point too, is you might consider, see how you work. Some people are cafe people, some people are not. You might also sit outside if it's distracting with the music and the people hubbubby.
And plus, I have all my crystals and stuff. I have tons of crystals all around me at home. I
Yeah.
can't carry them. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no, I know. You have your sacred
Much.
space and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too much.
So it's more the energetic compartmentalizing of like, okay, I'm going into my room. I'm
Yeah.
closing the door. Please don't talk to me unless the house is on fire. Okay.
Right.
I'm going in here and I'm going to come out in about 2 hours. I'm going to come out for lunch, or I'm going to come out, I'm going to take a break in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then you can just like, okay, I'm focus, 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 you know. So yeah, I know it's not easy. And then they think they can just interrupt you because it's just a quick question, right?
Everything comes out of his mouth,
Yeah,
regardless of
it's
what I'm
just a
doing.
quick thing, but every time you're regrouping to answer that thing, it's like
Yep.
you lose like 10 minutes for like a 1 minute question, of productivity wise.
Well, and your mind too. If you
Right.
were on a roll and now, okay, you've broken it. Now I've got to try. How do I even get back to it? You
Yeah.
know?
So this is a fifth chakra issue for you, third and fifth
Yeah.
chakra.
I know.
You need to train him. You need to train your man to
I
respect your
know.
boundary.
And I'm trying.
Like, okay, this may sound crazy, but sometimes crazy good. What about making a little sign and putting it on your door of your healing room? Because you have a healing room, right? You have like an office / healing room.
Actually, no, that's the problem.
You need a space for that.
I do, but that was part of the thing of moving was like, yes, I have that all set into the plan was like, this will
Right.
be, this is my office and that's the way it is. But right now, no, my desk and my computer and everything is in the living room. And it's,
Oh God, that's really hard. Then they're
see,
constantly
our
in the
house is
way.
like this. Our house is like, this is the living room, okay, which is like the center of the house, okay, and you've got the kitchen off to the side, you've got the dining room off to the side, all the bedrooms are off to the side. So basically everything is right here. That's where everything happens. The front door is over here. So it's kind of like, this is the center of your octagon and everything else is little offshoots
Okay.
of it. So yeah, there is no getting away.
Okay, let's think about that, because that is very challenging, being in the middle of Grand Central Station with two other people.
Right. And I'm in the bedroom right now with the door closed and everything.
Right. So then we start to have to get creative. Can you do it in the living room? Yes, but it's not conducive. It's more work. It's more
Well,
work.
honestly, I mean, as long as when Aiden's at school and if he's gone, it's not a problem.
Okay.
But that's the thing is he never leaves anymore,
Paul doesn't go anywhere. Right.
He does. It's not like he doesn't run errands and stuff, but you can't count on it,
Right. Right.
And as soon as he comes back, he's like, okay, I'm back.
Right. Right. And he wants you to attend. Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's turn this over to our angels and see what they can recommend based on, with the resources that you have, with the house that you have, with the family that you have, with the lifestyle that you guys have. What would be the best ways for you to have a conducive, vibrationally aligned, sacred space to do your work, because it's very important. It's very important for your soul. It's very important for your happiness. And it's very important for you guys' finances too. And I think that's the place where you can get the buy-in, no pun intended, from Paul. Like, you want me to be pulling in thousands of dollars every month.
Right.
Okay, I want that too. We both want that. And sooner is better.
Yes.
Like ASAP would be great. So what I need is quiet time,
Yep.
Yeah. And so we'll feel into that. Okay. So we're ready to do some meditation and prayer and just see where we go.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for sharing. And we have a lot to connect on, and I really want to see you just rock with that Facebook page. I am so happy for you that you broke your 100 mark fast.
Yeah.
That is really fast. If you think about it, like, I've had the Tribe of Light is new-ish. I think I've had that for, I want to say 3-4 months, maybe about 4 months. And I'm still only at like 340.
Yeah.
Like 4 months. And I have a much bigger reach than you do. I've been telling people about that for months. But it grew really fast at first.
Right.
And then it kind of slows down. Yeah, then it kind of hits a plateau. Like the people who are most excited about it kind of jumped in already, you know. And then you have to kind of get creative and keep inviting people and get your people to invite other people. That's where it gets easier, you know. So, all right. So here we go with our prayer. I feel
and on that note too, though, it gets kind of hard. Like, you know how it is with the Facebook thing. Like, you know, so many different people, and you don't always know where they are.
On that spiritual woo-woo, on the
yes.
woo-woo.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
The woo-woo meter.
Friends that are like that, and you have friends that, you know, your religious friends that you like the people, but no, they don't belong in your thing, you know, and
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trust your intuition on that, sweetie. As you're going through your list, if you're like, you know, I personally err on the side of invite. And I figure if they're not interested, they're just going to ignore it.
Right.
You know, most people are not going to like unfriend you or like send you hate mail. You know, even if they're not interested, they're just going to just ignore it. So you're not, you know, very few people would be offended, you know what I mean? And if they're that thin-skinned on it and then they're that irritated that they would be offended, then maybe you don't want to hang out with them online anyway. Maybe you don't want them getting all churchy and judgy and being like, you know, you're gonna burn it, you know, fire and brimstone on you, you know. So you kind of have to be you. So I err on the side of, oh, I don't know who that person is. Ah, what the hey, invite them. If it lands, it lands. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go, you know?
Okay.
But if you know someone in particular and you're like, oh, that guy is like a Catholic priest.
Yeah, don't do it.
Like in Alabama.
Don't do it.
I don't think so, you know? Yeah, or like that person just wrote a book on, you know, whatever, you know, yeah, if you're going, or even your family members that you're like, I don't think they quite know.
Yeah, I didn't.
You know, they don't know that part of me. They don't get that part of me. And I don't want to hit them over the head with it, you know, so you just kind of skip them. I mean, most of my family members are not in any of my groups. They don't know anything.
Right. Well, I mean, and you know, like
what I do, I'm a life coach. If you ask them, like, what does Taylor do?
Yeah.
She's some kind of life coach and like spiritual teacher, teaches meditation like online or something. You know, that's
most people are probably okay with that, but
yeah, they're okay with that. They're like, you know, yeah, she's like a life coach, like some kind of spiritual life coach or something. You know, that's.
But I mean, you know, like I mean, you know me, I'll pop jokes about voodoo or witchy stuff.
Yeah. You do. I mean, you totally do. And even on your Facebook profile, like you're putting witchy stuff.
Oh heck yeah!
I totally see you putting witchy stuff. So you're pretty out of the broom closet, babe.
Okay.
Right. I mean, unless you get a red flag as you're going through your list, you're like,
no.
If you get a red flag or a yellow, just skip them.
For it. Okay.
And otherwise, just go yes, click.
Okay.
You know, yeah, and your intuition will tell you. And you do have like 1 second to undo. If you accidentally click Uncle Bob, you know, you're like, oh wait, no, you can. They do have an undo, you know.
Okay.
But again, probably nothing is going to harm if you invited the wrong people. It's just you know, most likely, you know. And part of this expansion is you're coming out to the world with this. You're coming out to the world. I mean, pretty soon you're going to be putting stuff on your Facebook, more about inviting them to your page and your group.
Yes.
You know, and you're going to be inviting them to your event that you're going to do on August 30th or September 1st or 2nd, whatever it is. You know, you're going to want to put that on your Facebook. So you're going to have to, you know, kind of come out more. And there might be some friends who fall by the wayside who are just not aligned enough.
Right.
But that's okay, because that's going to make room energetically, even if your Facebook isn't almost full. I mean, energetically, it's going to make room energetically for more of your tribe to come in.
Right.
You know, so you're going to get like friend requests, and then you're going to go, oh, you know, this person is more aligned, you know, with that. And you're going to start to attract into just even your Facebook friend, you know, group, your Facebook friend, you know, connections.
Yes.
People who are more aligned, who are potential students and clients. Yeah. Oh, the dog.
Loki, be good.
Make him quiet. Quiet the Loki. Yeah, Loki, be good. He was so good camping, though. He was such a good boy camping. That was good. Yeah.
Well, and that reminds me is we need to put something on the description too.
Right.
I didn't fill that in because I thought, no, it'll be easier with you. And so I thought, no, I'm not going to try to fiddle that with
Yeah, that's
that.
what I'm here for. I'm happy to
But
help.
we need, I mean, we do need to do that because it keeps reminding me, and
Yeah.
I
You can do
keep
that
seeing the
today.
little, about you know, you need to make a description and people will know what they're looking at.
Absolutely. We'll do that today, and we'll also come up with the Facebook plan, like for at least for a couple of weeks. We'll see if we can get a whole month's worth of planning. But we're meeting again, what, in 2 weeks or a week, or what was our next?
I forgot, what is it? I think you and I
12th.
are the
12th.
11th or 12th. Okay.
Okay, so
And then Dale,
that's
I think, is at the end of that week or something.
16th, right?
Okay.
Okay,
So
yes.
we
Since we
still, I
since we
guess,
have all three of them in the first half of the month, we're going to make
well,
good
we still need
progress.
to pick one with me and Anna because I mean, we haven't.
No, that's the 12th.
Okay, but
Yeah, I've got you and Anna at 9 a.m. on Monday the 12th.
okay, but don't we?
No.
But there's three, right?
Hang on, I gotta spray him.
Okay.
Three. Yeah, three.
Yeah.
There is no barking. No barking. No barking. There's no barking. No. Okay. Sorry about that. We have three. Yeah. you
Okay.
have three. Today is the first one. And then we have one on the 12th,
Okay.
which is you and Anna. And then we have one on the 16th, which is you and Gail.
Okay. But I thought this one was our one for July. Because I've never met Anna yet. We've never, she's on vacation and we've never.
I think we had three on July. Let me check the numbers. Well, she is officially starting in August, so today's her first.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
don't know where she is today because she's supposed to be here now.
Okay.
But this is one of her sessions, today.
Okay. All right. See, I was thinking because July we never could come up with nothing, and so that's why I thought this was like our third one of July, and then.
Let me check on if we had three in July. I mean, you should have three.
Right. I mean, I know I had one, and then I had one with Gail too.
724, 719, and 712. You did have three. You had 712, 719, and 724.
Okay.
So we are on track with July. This is the first of three for you for August.
Okay. Yeah. All righty.
But we do have those 3 dates set. So we're scheduled for August.
Okay.
So that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
But today we should be able to come up with it. If we can at least come up with your Facebook strategies between now and when the next one we meet, then you'll be good to go.
Right. And then, like I said, too, the big thing for me is, and I'm never someone that like says, I want to do this thing, but astrologically, everything was just screaming, this is the day to do this.
That's great.
And so, I mean, that's my thing is like, yes, I need to send all of that stuff to Andy and say, okay, Andy, here it is. Get it up there.
And
so
30 is a Friday.
Launch on this day.
Absolutely. And let's do our meditation and prayer first. And then I'd like you to come up with the day that you want to do your Facebook Live event or Zoom event. You can run it as a Facebook Live and then it's recorded, or you can run it as a Zoom and it's
on that note. I'm just thinking right now, like
for your page.
I want to get the launch going. You know what I mean? I would really like to focus at this point to make sure that I get everything to him so that it can be up and running and ready to say, when I say August 30th, here it is, go to my website and see everything brand new. It looks like it, like it should look, and you'll be able to find everything and do everything you need to do. So that's the big thing is I would like to get that up, and then we could do the other event, and then I can say, go check out my website, ladyroxanna.com, and it's going to look like it should look.
Right.
Versus the pitiful thing it looks like now.
So if you do your Facebook Live are you thinking early September?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be September, and the website launch on the 30th.
Yeah.
Right. And then meanwhile, we need to come up with some sort of meanwhile stuff to build the buzz.
Yes.
to keep them
Yes.
interested and to give them stuff, you know,
Yes.
meanwhile. So yeah, okay, that's great. Now that's all completely doable. Good.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
We're going to start with 3 conscious breaths. And now we're going to have 3 receiving breaths. Receiving what you need to, into your heart, into your hands, into your being. And now we're going to have 3 energizing and empowering breaths. Into your belly. And then we're going to have 3 gratitude breaths, just letting all the energy, all the frequencies mix and mingle and dance and flow in the ways that you need them to. And we call upon the Great Spirit. We call upon the Goddess, God, Creator. Help us flower, help us flow, help us shine, help us take right actions in the right times, in the right orders, with the right intentions, with the right energies, and get the right results for the highest and greatest good of ourselves, our families, our loved ones, the people we serve, and all the world and all the universes. When we open our hearts, when we open our arms, when we open our wings, allowing the heavenly light and the earth light to meet in our hearts and to flow out to our hands and up and out to our voices. Giving us the guidance, the clarity, the motivation, the focus, the courage, the commitment, and the boldness that we need. And so it is. Amen and a women. Aho. Thank you, angels. Thank you, all of our loving spirit guides. Thank you, high selves. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, Creator. And I ask that you bless my beautiful soul sister here, Roxann, with total success. This is an exciting month. This month of August is her pre-launch and preparing to launch month. We ask that all things flow beautifully with her technology and with her crafting of the language of love and the images of love and sacredness and healing and light, so that her website is a true and beautiful reflection of Roxann, Lady Roxanna, and her gifts. And her right clients and students and listeners and readers and tribe, they are magnetically attracted to her website, they're magnetically and even magically attracted to her offerings. And they take the steps that they need to receive the healing, the support, and the metaphysical education and empowerment, and life transformation that's right for them. With abundance to Roxann and miracles and breakthroughs for all. Even better than we can imagine right now. And we give thanks for this, and we give thanks for this for all of us here in this community. Sending blessings also for this level of success and the best and greatest levels of success for everyone here in Divine Alignment Goddess Academy, and for those sisters who join us later. Total success, total empowerment, total alignment with the greatest good, shining as the lights that we are and as the one light that we are. Amen, amen, amen. It is finished in beauty, it is finished in beauty, it is finished in beauty, it is finished in beauty. Aho. It's a Cherokee prayer. I always love that. Right. Woo! Okay. You want to do your description now?
Yes.
Let's do that, and then we can check that one off the list, right? Would you like to share your screen, or do you want...
Okay.
I think if you share your screen, and then we can kind of type into the chat.
Okay.
I think that'll be great.
Let me get to the page I want to get to first, and then
Sure.
I will do that.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I take a quick restroom break, sweetie?
Sure. And I'll do that too.
Okay, great. So we'll be back in 5 or so. Great.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Oh, wow. Let's see. Is that right? Oh, that's not. Let's see. What am I doing? Let's see. All right, let's see. Share screen. Hey, I found it.
I'll just do like this.
Okay, I found it. Can you see it?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you see it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I was like, I know last time we did it, and then this time I'm like, wait a minute, how? I can see us on the side, you know? So I was like, how do I know that you're seeing it?
No, that's perfect. That's
okay.
Perfect. Yes.
Great.
Okay, good. And I am just going to make sure I can chat to you.
Okay.
Okay, should be able to do that. Okay. Um,
Let's see,
so one thing I want to do,
where's the, okay.
here's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you through email a
Okay.
couple of my description things, just for inspiration as sort of templatey, you know?
Okay.
And yours doesn't have to be exactly, obviously it won't be exactly, but you know, it gives you some inspiration to work with.
Okay.
Give me just a minute to do that.
You don't need a phone number, do you?
No, I leave that out.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem. Well, I hate to put the website right now because it looks the way it looks, but
You can either put it now or you can make a note to yourself to add it later. Yeah.
okay. And then email, just put the Lady Roxann email, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna find you some decent ones.
Okay. All righty. Well, if I go ahead and put the website now, at least when I say, "Hey, you're going to get a relaunch," they'll they'll be able to see it's like night and day.
It's fine. I mean, it's better to have, I think it's better to have something than nothing there, you know?
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to email this to you.
All right. Those are there.
Now mine is long as shit. It just goes
Of
on
course it
forever.
is, because you never know when to quit.
Right. You know me. You know me. I love my words. Yours is going to be way shorter.
Yeah.
And then I also have like all these different things I'm inviting them to, right?
Oh, what about this thing where it's got your street address?
Oh,
How do you turn that off, or what do you,
there should be, click that little check mark that says has a street address, unclick it. Click.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you don't want them showing up on your door.
But actually, it's still on the map anyway.
I think though, if you have it unclicked, it's probably not going to show up on the front end. I'll look after you make the updates. I can look on my end, like as a visitor to your site, and we can see if that's there. So I sent you the Be a Prosperous Goddess. Got the description for Be a Prosperous Goddess. It's not going to be that different for a group or a page, so that doesn't really matter. And now I'm going to copy the Reiki one, just so you have another example.
Okay.
Also long, but it's not quite as long. And then we'll craft yours together.
Okay. Do you have hours and stuff on yours?
No.
Because I mean, I don't want to put like always open, because people think they can do whatever, whenever. But
I don't even think I put hours, but let me check and see what I put for that.
I only ask because, like, I know sometimes people will message Sarah and she's like, let me respond, because something about Facebook rates you, like how fast you respond to people.
Yeah, you can set up an auto responder though for your page. That's one thing you can also do is.
Okay. I mean, I know I don't need that yet, but.
Well, actually, it's a good idea to set up the auto responder for that, because that way Facebook won't ding you.
Right. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was like, that's crazy. I mean, it's your business, but yet you're killing yourself to respond to stupid questions all the time. Like, no. That's not why we're in this business.
Right, exactly.
But I know, when that's your livelihood and you're like, I don't want to turn somebody off, because I didn't answer them. But, come on, it's not instantaneous, people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying that's realistic. You couldn't expect any other business to necessarily respond to you immediately,
Right.
What does your Wi-Fi have to do with it?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. This place
So
has a wireless network. Yeah, really.
we'll just uncheck it.
Yeah, you can just uncheck that.
Okay. That's crazy. This is adding your public Wi-Fi network will show people your business has Wi-Fi. Well, like, who cares? I mean, if you're working with a client, you're gonna, you know what I mean? You're either gonna be on the phone or on the Zoom or wherever. So that's crazy.
For hours, I did have always open because different time zones, they
Yeah.
can email me, but then it'll take me a while to get back to them is all. But
Right. You're right. Okay. Okay. I may go with the selected hours and like block out like Sunday, because on Sunday I don't want people dinging me about anything.
right.
Because I actually don't get enough unplugged time as it is.
Yeah.
And
Good.
so that, you know what I'm saying? It's like Sunday, I don't want the phone to ring on Sunday. I don't want to hear anything or
Right.
anybody,
Sunday is your unplugged day. Exactly.
on anything. It's like if I want to just lay around and watch TV, that's okay. So let's see. How can you mark off Sunday?
Not sure.
Because it's got times in there, but I want to put like no on Sundays. Let's uncheck Sunday. It would be nice if there was a little like by appointment thing or something on there.
Well, you have one link that
Mm-hmm.
you can either have like join group or learn more or book a call. There is one thing that you can set up, like it's basically the blue button, that there's
Okay.
like one button that people can click and you can control where that goes.
Okay. What is this? Oh, come on. So I got to change each one.
Yeah, save.
And why does that one look right? And of course, the thing is, if I put these here now, I mean, there's going to be certain days that will not be the case.
Right. That's okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't sweat that.
Okay. that's better there. And it's just, if I go with 3, you know, I mean, he probably won't come home every day exactly on the nose, but
that's fine.
it's just better to,
Does
because
it give you, where can you put the time zone though?
I don't know.
Because 3 p.m. could be anything depending on where you are.
Well,
it should let you choose a time zone.
Yeah, there's no.
Strange. I don't see it. Yeah, strange.
There's no zones or anything.
Okay, it's
okay.
just a little.
Let's click the more button and see what happens. And it's not. It's not letting me check it.
Yeah.
Click on it. Okay. Well, and you know how it is. It's not like they can message and all that stuff anytime, but just don't be expecting an immediate response. If I see it, I always respond, but if I don't see it, don't get upset because I don't respond to you immediately, you know? And actually, that could probably be changed later, but since I'm going to the chiropractor pretty much every day for 9 o'clock right now, it's like, it's better, you know what I mean? Because I'm not getting home till like 10, 15, 10:30, so.
Right.
We'll just assume those are the opening hours right now.
Right.
Let's see. I kind of like that unspecified thing, but I want to check that like $4 sign so much.
Yeah, no, I just put unspecified. And then you can put a list like of your products, and I would do that later. So go in there and just put your specific product names. You don't have to put the prices, just the names of the, like each one on a line, you know.
Right. Privacy policy link.
If you have a privacy policy, you would put the link there. Yeah, you don't have that yet.
Didn't even know if I needed one, but.
Yeah, I'll send you mine. Would you like to see mine? Oh, and I can actually put it in the chat. Okay. So let me find that.
All right.
Okay, that would be on. I know where I can find mine. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so here's my privacy policy as a template for you.
Now let's see. How can I see that?
There's my privacy policy.
Let's see. Can I pull? Okay. All right. That's how that works. Okay. I was like, how can I see the chat thing? Okay, I'm clicking it, but it's not going anywhere. Oh, there it is in the middle of the screen.
Good. Okay, great.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, when I don't usually think about it, but like when we get the replays, is all the stuff in the chat box?
Yeah, but I also get it as a separate text document.
Thing. Okay.
Yeah, but it's always a good idea though to kind of, while you're on a call, if you're seeing
copy and paste
it and just put it in a document yourself.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's always a good idea, just as a backup.
Let's see. I wonder if this will take me anywhere. It will, but it's going to open another. I don't want to do that. I hate Edge. That's like the biggest aggravation they ever came up with. There we go. And so now you're watching me like do all this, right?
That's okay. And I'm sending you different helpful things.
Okay. Oh, come on. Why you won't paste? Oh, come on. Why is it not doing that? Oh, I know why, because I didn't go back and hit copy, did I? That's why. There we go. Okay. All right, that's handled.
And there's a couple of pieces you can do on your own of setting up a welcome auto message.
Right.
Like after they like, there's two kinds of auto things. One is after they liked your page, or I think it's when they visit your page that a message pops up. And then this is the one we were talking about where if they message you through your page, they get an auto responder.
Right.
Okay. Excellent.
So it'll pop up in Messenger, right?
In Messenger, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not a full series of messages like a bot, but
Right.
at least they get one thing that says like, thank you so much for writing. I'll be getting back in touch with you soon.
Right.
I really appreciate your interest in, and feel free to message me back. And meanwhile, if you can check out our products. You can check us out more at blah, blah, you can put your website or whatever, but this way, at least they have something like, okay, something's, I know, at least they know that you got their message and that you're going to get back to them soon. They know that it's an automated thing,
right.
But it's better than nothing.
Yes. Okay.
And it makes Facebook happy.
Right, because you responded to them no matter what.
Right. And there's actually a ranking that they do where if you respond frequently enough, you get a badge.
Yes.
So that's good. Okay, so I think we're good on that part.
Okay.
Now for the descriptions, I think the best use of our time is for you to read those on your own. And then if you want to email me, like, hey, what do you think of this for the description? I'll be happy to give you feedback. Or if you don't need me to do that, just kind of take the two examples I gave you and create your own and just plunk it in there. But I'm more than happy to look at it too. I can look at it before you plunk it in there, or I can look at it after you plunk it in there. So then, because this way you'll be able to look at the two examples and say, okay, I need something like this part I don't need, and just create it. And it can be fairly short.
Okay.
But you do want to put something in there so they have some idea what it's about.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I think you have the examples for that. So that's great. So let's work on you want to work on website pieces, or do you want to work on kind of a what to do with your group? We got about 20 more minutes or so.
I guess the group, I mean, I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the page, as far as like posting and stuff,
Right.
Because I know if you don't go in and engage, then, they're going to, but I don't want to like aggravate people either until I'm ready, you know what I mean? Till I have stuff that there's going to be stuff there,
Right. Right.
And, and like some people like, they make a video every week, or they make, you know what I mean? There's things, going on.
Sure.
I mean, I thought about doing card pulls, which are great, but everybody does that,
Right.
And then you get into that thing of, like people expect you to do it,
Right.
If you don't do it, then they get upset or offended because you didn't do it. And
right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull up a document. It'll take me just a minute to find it. And then we'll revise it. But it gives some ideas for what to do with the Facebook group or page. And we can add to it. And, let's see here. And this was actually back in Espripreneurs days, but at the time it didn't mean much to you.
Right.
Right?
No,
Because
it really
you didn't have anything to apply it to. So it's like, okay, that's theoretically interesting, but I don't know what to do with it. But now you actually have something to do with it. So we're going to revise this and make this a DAGA, version, right? And it's really a lot more than just themes for memes. It's how to engage on your Facebook group or page. That's really more what it is.
Yeah, and I even told Aiden. I mean, we've just talked about this before, but I mean, I told Aiden, I was like, "Could you make some really cool stuff?" And he's like, "Well, am I going to get paid?" I'm like, "Well, if you would do a good job, yes."
Right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of brainstorm. There's so many ideas here.
Yeah. Well, and you know how it is too. You don't want to. I'm not even like worried so much about offending anybody, but you know, it's one of those things of like, you want to target it to the people that are actually going to buy your services. You know, I mean, it's like, I know, like you said, like, cast a broad net, but you know what I'm saying. There's just some people like, you just know, like that person, it's not,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be some freebie seekers and bottom feeders that are never going to give you a dime, no matter how awesome you are.
Right.
Some of them it's because they're too poor. Some of them it's just because they're cheap and they only want free stuff, you know?
Right.
And that's okay. There's going to be a certain number of them. But even if 10 or 20 or 30% of your number of people that you have on your page or group are buyers, you're still going to have a successful business. And what they say typically is that of those who buy, about 5 or 10% are your VIP people who are, they want the one-on-one. They don't care how much it costs, or they kind of care, but they're willing to pay it because they know they're getting what they pay for. You get what you pay for. I mean, if they want the high level of service, and they either have the money or they're committed enough to be resourceful to come up with the money.
Yes.
They find a way. They say, okay, I need to do this. This is the right thing. I want this. I need this. I'm being guided to this. It's a yes. And they find a way. So you just price what you price, and you trust that they're going to find their way. You don't have to get, as my business coach used to say, you don't have to get in their pockets. You know, sometimes we get so like, oh, you know, but they're, you know, they have this situation with this and this and this, and so I should give them a half price. Don't get in their pockets. You know, if you occasionally feel like giving someone a partial savings of some kind, don't call it a discount, but it's usually like kind of like you're on a call with them, and if they sign up now, you know, they can get a better price. Or if they commit to a bigger package, they get a better price. If they refer a friend, they can get a savings, you know, or things like that. But you don't just have to be like, oh, but I want to help them and they can't afford that, so I should lower the price. You know, there's going to be enough people who can afford your prices, and then the other people who can't afford your one-on-one stuff or your big packages. That's why you have lower price products. That's why you have little $97 things, and that's why at some point you'll have maybe little $27 or $7 or $47. You know, that's for the people who really can't afford the high-end stuff, but they can still get some benefit.
When I have recorded content and whatnot.
Yeah, you have pre-recorded content, you have online course, you know, whatever, right? That just doesn't require your time, you know, but your time goes to the people who are ready, willing, and able to pay for your time, because there's value in that. So exactly. So now what we're going to do is, hang on, I'm going to save this as a DAGA Facebook.
Yeah, I actually have a little story about that.
Ideas.
And I decided that would never happen to me again.
Yeah.
Back when I was, I mean, because you knew about this. This was like when I taught a little class in Texas, and I was doing some readings for them for like super cheap. Okay.
Right.
And one girl, we knew she would have a hard time, you know, paying for it. And now this tells you how much of a sucker that me and Sarah were, okay? Because the class was $20, okay?
Oh God.
And
I can see where this is going.
Right, okay, the class is $20, all right?
Oh no, they can't afford $20.
Well, no, this girl, she made these bags, and so you know, I'm telling Sarah, I said, well, you know, if she wants to trade me a bag for the class, I'm okay with that. I didn't need the bag, but I was totally
Yeah.
okay with it. Okay.
Yeah. And if you would enjoy the bag. Yeah.
Right. And so, and it's not like this wasn't announced ahead of time and all of that, but you know, after the thing is over and she's like, oh, well, I didn't know it costs money and all this. And so then it turns out, well, she charges this price for the bag. So she's wanting me to give her the difference on the bag. In change. Okay. And so I'm like, you know, in my head, you know, I didn't even want the bag in the first place. I was just trying to
You were
give you
doing her a favor. You were trying to do
exactly
her a
a way for you
favor.
to save face without, you know,
Right.
but no. So I'm giving her change on this bag that I
Oh
didn't
no.
want. And but wait, here's the kicker. And Sarah gave her money for gas.
What?
Yes.
Why don't y'all just bend over, you know?
I know. And trust me, we both knew better, but it was one of those situations.
Yeah, you just
You
got sucked into it.
yeah, and it was just like we both like, you know what? Screw that. That's never happening again.
Right.
You know, and
You learn from it. If you learn from it, it was a painful lesson, but you learned from it.
well, right, and that's the thing because trust me, she's one of those people that you knew how desperately she needed the help, you know, but no, you're not going to screw me every chance, every time
Right.
there's a class or something, it's not happening.
Right.
You
Well, and she had obviously some kind of powerful manifesting
know?
mojo going on there where she could manipulate both of you goddesses and you're like handing her money.
I know.
Like, dang, she didn't realize how powerful she is, right?
Well, that's what Sarah said. She's like, man, she's a kick-ass manifester.
She's a major manifesting goddess, exactly. Like, she's got you two teachers handing her money and letting her come to the class for free and just a bag, you know. I was like, whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
Amazing.
like, nope, that will never happen again. And that's one of those, I decided right then and there, not that it would be like giving stuff for free, but if there's somebody that I feel that called, that they need the help or whatever, it will be my decision, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I will gift this to you.
Right. And you remember my story of the world's worst haircut, where I did a trade. This was way back when I was like doing trades and like, yeah, you know, and I had a local based business. Nice lady, you know.
Right.
I'm like, okay, she seems a little dysfunctional, but she has a good heart. I know in there's a good heart. She wanted some healing, she wanted some readings and so forth. So she's like, well, I don't have any money, you know, I'm living on disability and I have a child and my husband hasn't paid the child care and blah, blah, blah. And I'm waiting for the check and, you know, all the drama, all the stories, right? You know, but, you know, she's a professional hair stylist.
Okay.
So, but I didn't look her up online. This is way back in the day where you don't do things like that. And I'm like, I'm just trusting her, like, okay, sure. So she gives me the world's worst haircut. Worst. I wore a hat for like 3 months. I was like, oh my God. Like, you might as well just like randomly just like a 5-year-old would have given me that haircut, you know, like, you know, like a 5-year-old on LSD, you know. I'm like, oh my God, never again, you know?
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, you got to be careful with trades. Okay, so let's pop over here. So there's basically, I mean, let's take a look at the big picture of what to post on your group page. Big picture is it's either a video,
right,
or it's a post, you know, like word-based. You know, like words, right? Basically.
And I want it to
be an image.
I want it to be engaging, but I don't want it to be the kind of thing that goes off the deep end, you know, like that would be on your personal stuff.
Right. Exactly. And so these are also good tips for Facebook Lives. Okay. So then we're getting into like specifics, right? And let me ask a question. For that. Yeah, there's lots of ways that you can kind of ask a question. You can also do a poll.
Right.
I'm actually going to put poll here as a separate big category. You don't want to overdo that, but you could definitely periodically do a poll. And I like with a page or a group to have a sort of poll at the top, you know, and then when they come in, guide them to the pole, you know?
Right.
So that, and then you get kind of a good finger on the pulse of like, what do your people want more of, you know? So that's kind of cool. So these are a lot of ideas, and what we're going to do for you, because you are very special, is we're going to make a Roxann version of this.
Okay.
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 And you'll get the regular version of it too. The regular version is going to say DAGA without your name in it.
Okay.
And then the Roxann version will say Lady Roxann.
Yeah.
Okay. So Q&A as in ask me anything, you know?
Right.
And you're like, you know, it's open-ended. You don't have to plan for that. It requires no planning. You're just like, I'm going to show up and people can ask questions. Okay. But that's
like put a time limit or something on it.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. And you can also put a limit on the number of questions.
Okay. And the only reason I say that, because you know how that is. People will post incessantly expecting an answer.
Oh, yeah. And then,
you know what I mean?
Right. And then you can also do a thing where you ask them a question, you know, like, do you believe in angels? Right. Or do you have a favorite crystal? You know, post a picture of your favorite crystal, you know,
Okay.
or you're kind of like asking them to do something.
Yeah. I like that one. And you'll probably get a lot of different, you know, responses with that.
Yeah. Those are examples, right? Exactly. Yeah. You can do healings, you know, and that can be like at such and such o'clock.
I know I've been thinking like a group clearing for this like over 100 lights.
Healing. Yeah, exactly. You can also do like a global, like, you know, we're coming together at this time and we're going to do like a wave of love and life or the planet or whatever, right? So different intentions. Okay. You can do a mini webinar, a demonstration. I'm going to put reviews as a separate.
Okay.
Unboxing is if you have.
I know, like the subscription boxes.
Yeah, like you have something that you're opening and showing off,
Yes.
right? Or like your book just arrived. Like,
yes.
When, you know, here it is, you know. Okay, so it's kind of like a ribbon cutting in a way, right? Unveiling. You can do an unveiling thing for your new website, you know.
Yes.
Maybe like at this day, you know, very exciting. I'm going to reveal. It's kind of like a big reveal.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're going to come back here. We're going to save a Roxann version and save it as Roxann version. Okay, yeah. Live events like broadcasting from.
Yes.
Okay, so you vary where you're broadcasting from. It especially works well if you're traveling.
Yep.
You know, we're doing a special live event from Glastonbury, from Shasta, from Scotland, you know.
Yeah, whatever. That was my plan from the French Quarter for Halloween.
Right, exactly. Sacred places. Okay. You can do a tour of your office. I just vibes up because I used to be more of an active affiliate with her. She's not, something's wrong with her payment thing. She switched her affiliate thingy. And like now I have to chase her to get paid, which is like not so cool. So, yeah, it's like, you know, I'm doing all this promotion and I've got $40. Like, I don't think that's right. You know? So I'm not actively promoting her as well. I still like her stuff though. But anyway, that would be like, because the reason I put her there under tour is because her headquarters is local.
Right,
So I
right.
can, like, hey, it's a tour of, whatever. So if there's something local that you're affiliating with, you're excited about promoting, you can give a tour of that too, whatever.
Yes, yes.
But a tour, like, you probably wouldn't do a tour of your office because your office is your living room.
Yeah, no.
So that's not going to work.
No.
Okay, reviews. So that could be a review of something you like. Okay, so that's not of your stuff. That's a review of something else you like.
Yes, yes.
Interviews. I'm going to make that separate from testimonials. So you could interview where you could do like an interview series, or you could do a one-off
Right.
of something that's complementary. So this is like a JV, joint venture, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be kind of cool if I could ever get Sarah to go on screen and do like a Zoom interview.
Right.
You like that, huh, Loki?
I'm not going to right. The water bottle here.
Yeah, we used to do that with the cat.
Yeah. Testimonial, you actually put the testimonial,
Right.
you can show the image as a screenshot.
Yeah. If you could get somebody to do a video one.
Or you can do like a live interview, like a panel. Or you could do a pre-recorded video, audio or video. I mean, it could be audio too.
Right, right.
Okay, so group coaching, private groups, you probably wouldn't do that at a free level, right?
Right.
I think we'll delete that because that's more for the private group. So this is for your free group.
Okay.
We're just going to clarify that. Okay. Themes for days. So you've seen like Tony's been doing that, like Monday, magical Monday, transformation Tuesday, etc.
Right.
Thankful Thursday, whatever, right?
Right.
And then you have these images that you make and you reuse them, So what I'm doing, the only thing I'm doing like that similar is in the Wisdom School, which is not free, but in the Wisdom School, I have the S3 on Saturdays where I'm like self, spirit, and social. And I'm reminding them of that. And then on Mondays, we're doing M3, Monday Mission with Michael.
Okay.
Right? So you have some kind of like a rhythm for days. You don't have to do one of the 7 days a week. Maybe you just have some days, but
if you always do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you can do something like that. Stories from your day or a client's experience, that's actually a really good one.
Okay.
And narrative. People love narrative. They love a story. The more you can share about your day in the life, day in the life. Book and course excerpts. That's good for you. I mean, you do have.
I do have a book.
You have a published book that's a bestseller, and you can intentionally share like, hey, I want to read this excerpt to you because I was guided to share this with you because there's so much whatever going on. You explain why you were guided to share it, and then it's a tip, and it positions you nicely. Or you can do the intuitive random open. Okay. Like you have, hey everybody, okay, so you could do this as a Facebook Live even, and I've done this on my Prosperous Goddess page. Okay, tell me a number. Okay, my book has 167 pages. Tell me a number between 1 and 167.
Right.
Okay, boom, boom, boom. The first 3 you pick. Okay, 17, and then you let your eyes go. All right, you hold it up, and you read that, and then you discuss. Okay, so here's some other like formulas for content, the ABCs of top, blah, 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 number of secrets, top or best. From blank to blank, that's from the pain to the pleasure.
Right.
Okay. And we already put interview a client.
Yeah.
kind of should go over here, right?
Okay.
That seems to be related to that. Okay. You want to, oh, and let's pop over here. Actually, I think this should go somewhere else. I can run a okay. Oops. There you go. Okay. So ABCs of okay from blank to blank. Okay, and then you can also do prayers. You can do like a special prayer for them.
Yeah.
You can do affirmations, message of the day. Poems, if you have anything like that, or your own writing, your own or other people's. Right?
Right.
Angels, angel of the day, whatever. I mean, you could do like crystal of the day, right?
Yeah.
Book excerpts. Didn't we already do that over here? Yeah, we already have that. Okay, and then for me, these are topics, right?
Yes.
So these are specific topics. So what would be some of your topics?
Well, definitely the crystals.
Let's say shamanism,
Yeah.
Reiki, angels,
Yeah.
chakras,
Yeah.
Empaths,
Yeah.
protection, boundaries, mediumship. Do you want to talk
Yes.
about that? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Spirit guides, intuition.
On a note, let me
I feel like life balance.
just this question, and it's related but not related, but
Yep.
I have had like come up lately, like you know how like you try to figure out your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never like an easy thing, you know what I mean? It always like takes time, and it's complicated, and you know what I mean? It's always like a big deal and do you ever truly figure it out all the way that you really should?
It's a process, it's a journey.
But the funny thing is, though, lately it's kind of like, why? I guess my question is more kind of like, why, like, why do you have roadblocks, or why do you feel like things like slow you down or sidetrack you or whatever? And somebody told me about, it was like an unconscious um, fear, maybe, of like not fully embracing my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I've just been like trying to contemplate on that, and it's just like, how do you know how it is when you talk to the guides, you get like, well, any path is a good path, or like, am I on the right path? Well, of course there are many paths, and you can choose. We understand all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Please just give me a little more clear cut. Is the one I'm going down like a good one for me?
Right. My big recommendation for that is the intuitive journaling.
Yeah.
Get in there every day or every other day or whatever, and ask specifics. Don't be afraid to ask specifics.
Right.
Sometimes I have a list of 5 or 10 things that I'm asking about, and they don't usually answer every single thing in one sitting.
Right.
After a while, you kind of go like, oh, okay, it's getting fuzzy, or like I'm hungry, or you just feel done. You can only do so much in one sitting. But you can, if you make a big list of like all the things you really want clearly, like is it a yes, is it a no, is it a maybe later?
Right.
Like ask specifically, and you can do that with the intuitive journaling. You can also do it with the pendulum and the kinesiology, that kind of stuff. And then there's also the general, bigger method of asking for signs.
Yes.
Like, okay, please nudge me. Please light that up. Please give me the bell. Please give me the feeling of yes, nudge me, guide me, keep shoving me in the right direction,
Right.
And anything you do with, all your intuitive development, which you've been doing for so long. Yeah, absolutely. And feel free, to ask me for validations or little questions here. I mean, we're
Okay.
together in a number of ways, but always try to check for yourself first.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. It's just, one of those things that's like,
Yep.
This is such a complicated process anyway,
Right.
And then to go, oh, but you're unconsciously, I understand, I'm afraid, I get it, but how do I get past that,
Right.
And that's, been the thing for, the last, at this point, it's more than 6 months because we are at the beginning of August,
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been 7 months of this year and like, winter of last year,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I get all that, but, it's time to do some moving, people,
Exactly. And that's why we're getting really nitty gritty here, in the DAGA, because it's less for you now about the healing. It's more about the movement.
Yes.
It's like, is there more healing to do? Sure. There's always more healing to do. Right. Is there more clarity to get? Yes, of course. There's always more clarity to get. But is it enough? Do you have enough healing in place? Do you have enough clarity in place to frickin' move forward? In your case, heck yeah. Heavens, yeah. You totally do. You can be continuing to get your healing and your clarity as you move forward.
Yes.
Exactly. So there's no more like waiting, because it's like forward movement now. Eyes open. Your spirit eyes are open, like in the psychem, your eyes are open. So totally. So these are some examples of interactive things, and interactive Facebook likes equals Facebook loves this.
Okay.
Because they're more likely to comment,
Right.
So share if you type yes, type amen, type the affirmation, repeat the affirmation, whatever, fill in the blank.
Yes.
Another fun one is caption.
Oh yeah, this picture.
Fun caption. This picture, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Pass it on. Asking them a question, and then card draws and mini readings.
And I like
that would be like they could put a question or something, or you could do the thing with the number. You have an image like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, okay, you have a picture of 4 different crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which crystal is jumping out at you right now?
Yes.
3. So 3 means this. Like that. That's what I mean by
yes.
By that, yeah. And then so this is all interactive stuff. Mm-hmm. And our kind of people, like the woo-woo people, they like that.
Yes.
They like doing that. But you have to go deeper, because these are like superficial, but they do get that kind of hive mind going. They do kind of get that, like everybody's going yes and amen, and woo-hoo, can I get an amen? Can I get a Can I get a hallelujah? Go, got it. Heck yeah. Whatever. Right. Okay. Promotional sales, coupons, milestone celebrations. When we reach this, we're going to do this. Right. Contests and prizes, especially for most active fans, members. Right. Or type to enter, comment to enter.
Yes. I
should say comment. Oops, comment. Seasonal, like something tied to what's going on right now. Astrological.
The Lion's Gate.
Right, exactly. So right now, for example, Lion's Gate. Ever. Famous quotes by others. Seems like that kind of goes.
That's like the Yumi stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Goddessy images, if you're doing more, especially with more of the women, the Celtic lass, sassy lass, sassy.
more Bridget and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I put one recently that was, did you walk through the fire and it looked like a Bridget? And I got like 54 likes on that. I was like, yay!
Yeah.
My women love that. Light imbued, so you can put images like this. This is Reiki imbued.
Yes.
This image is imbued, and it's kind of like more of a sacred geometry or whatever,
Yes.
Gratitude and faith, general topic. That's more of a topic. Let me stick that. There's more here with topics. Because you can always ask, what are you grateful for now?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. Not so much the faith. I think that's more religious. Right? Okay. Humorous. Humor is good.
Mm-hmm.
That always makes people smile, makes them feel good.
Yeah.
You could do stuff with sacred geometry this kind of goes together. I think those two sort of go together. Okay. Testimonies, we already put that. Okay. And then when you make images, I highly recommend Canva for building your images.
Okay.
So Canva. Free level, you could do a lot with the free level. I'm still even doing the free levels. Lots you can do with the free level. It's way easier to use than Adobe Photoshop. Easy to make images.
I actually took training in that, and my son is like certified in it.
No kidding. Good. So you got a lot of knowledge in that household there.
Well,
now,
I mean,
I always recommend.
I'm not good at it, but
yeah,
I take the class.
But you have some knowledge. I recommend that you vary what you put on the bottom, so on you or on the side.
Right.
So your website, it could be your Facebook group or page. It could be a link to your application to apply for a clarity session or to book a call with you if you're doing that kind of strategy. But even for now, if you just varied those two.
And, honestly, that one would be better if I felt good about like the selling.
Yeah, we need to work more on that. Definitely.
I'm not crazy about that part. And I know like people are like, well, why don't you put up a clarity call or a questions call about, because the Zycam is so expensive. I get that, but
we need to work on that. I'm putting a note for a future for that.
Okay. I just, what I'm saying? If I felt good about like my selling ability,
that is something to build. Yeah.
Yes. To get people to convert based on that. Yes. But I would rather do the reading, you know what I'm saying, than convince you that you need a reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Yeah. And that's why you can sell your lower priced reading.
Right.
And then from there, they can maybe do a Zycam if you feel like, oh, this is a person who really needs a full Zycam. Some of them don't need a full Zycam, and some of them can't afford it, and they're better off putting that money toward like a healing package with you.
Yes.
Yeah. But some people you go like, oh, yeah, I really do need to do Zycam for this person, and so it just depends. So I'm going to pop that over to you, and then we're going to wrap up for the day.
Okay.
So here, where did that go? Ideas 2. There it is. That would be the one. Okay. So your home loves, specific to all this, one is to read the 2 examples of descriptions and then make your own version of it. And you can pop it right in there. I'm happy to look at it before or after you pop it in if you want any input.
Okay.
And then look at this Facebook ideas. And I want you to come up with at least 3 things you can do this next week with them.
Okay.
Okay. So today is Saturday.
Right.
And you might even, because the thing we don't want to do, I just gave you like 30 ideas. The thing you don't want to do is just be like a Facebook page or group where you're constantly reposting other people's images.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
No, right. And same thing for your Instagram. Everything we just shared with you also applies to your Instagram.
Right.
Mm-hmm. One tip.
That's always fresh because that's when I actually took a real picture.
Yeah, exactly. And the more that you can do, that's like images of you and images of your life. Even if you write something down, like I just made this yesterday
Mm-hmm.
we had the question in the guide-a-thon of what sources you, like where do you get resourced? Like where do you get refueled? Where do you get energized? And we did a big brainstorming free write. And then we had to pick 3 for ourselves for the next couple of weeks. 3 things. And my things that sourced me were music, laughter, and trees.
Yes.
And there were lots of other great ideas like everybody was having. But for me, that was like, oh, that's what I need more of right now. So I made this cute little card. So I could make, like a post that's me holding this, explaining that and kind of going like, hey, or just a picture even of just the card. Like, what is that? Those are 3 things that source me, So, whatever like your curriculum and your insights, even from your personal life, you can have images, you can take a picture of your journal,
Right.
And index cards and, whatever else, and photos of you.
Right.
In different situations. So perfect. So I'm going to wrap up for today, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next time as well. And next time is...
I have a question for you. How is because at the top of your thing it says the recording is now available. How is the recording ready already?
Interesting. A recording should not be available.
I mean, because the button is still recording, and I was just curious. I'm like, well, no, she didn't cut it off. So I'm thinking,
it is still recording. So I don't see something that says recording is now available.
At the top of your email, it says Zoom.
Oh, that might be the previous one that we were trying to do, maybe.
Well, it says 8/3/2019. I thought
that's weird.
Which is today. That's the only reason I asked, because I thought, well, how could it be ready? Because
it shouldn't be available because it says it's recording. So I hope it didn't screw that up. Yeah.
That's why I asked, because I was like, the button is still lit up. It's not like we stopped,
Right. I just copied the chat. Do you want to copy the chat?
Let me look. I did send it to me and make sure, but I think I got everything, because I did the select and copy and paste, and so yes, I have all of that. Okay, excellent. Yay. Yeah. All right. So when do you want to get your description posted by? Oh goodness. Today's Saturday. Can you do it by Monday? I guess when I figure out what it is. It's not going to take you very long. When you look at my 2 examples, I mean, right. I would say you maybe need half an hour to read both the examples and craft your own. It might only take you 15 minutes. Okay. Depends how fast you read and write. I just want to, well, you know how it is. I just want to be sure that it's worded in a way that exactly, yeah, doesn't offend anybody and encourages people to want to be part of it. Yeah, and it's an accurate reflection. It's an accurate reflection of what this page is about. Yes, yeah. And you know how it is. Sometimes you say something that's the truth, but people will kind of. Don't worry, you're worrying more than you need to about that. Okay. You're right. People are going to be attracted to the page. They're going to be excited about it. Yeah. Okay. So just read the 2 examples, look back at the notes we've already been taking, like especially from last time and the time before that, of these are the big phrases that have to do with your business. These are your phrases. These are your themes, right? And you're going to weave those in there. And then just pop it over to me. So can we say Monday, or do you want Tuesday? Let's go with Tuesday, because Monday is the first thing. I got a chiropractor right out the gate Monday morning. So awesome. So I'll look for that by, I would say, email me that. Okay. And then I'll get back to you. Okay. And then do you want to, what I'd like you to do is pick one of all these ideas that we had, and pick one thing that you're going to do with your page. Right. I would even say this weekend. That's what I'm getting intuitively. Like, just pick one thing and just do one thing with them this weekend, so you have something up there besides just the unconscious reposting of something else that you already found. You can still do a bit of that, but we don't want that. We need more original content. No, I know. You can ask them a question. I think that would be kind of cool. Okay. Well, I was kind of thinking, like, what are your favorite crystals? What are some of your favorite crystals, or what, Okay. Well, I was kind of thinking, like, like for the 100 people, like, I don't know, maybe just do like a group clearing. Sure. And and like, I mean, I don't even have to tell them what it is, just, you know, whatever, you know, is the highest for the
Right.
good of the group.
Right.
And
And
just,
they can type, you can tell them if they want to type an intention, they can type an intention, but I would tell them when it's going to happen so that they know.
yes.
You know,
Yeah.
so I'm going to do a group clearing on this day and time. You don't have to come on a call. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't even have to change your schedule for the day because the clearing is going to reach you anyway. But if you want to, you can come to the page here. The clearing will take, you know, 15 to 30 minutes, or it'll take, you know, however long what Spirit tells you. And during this time, I'm going to be doing this. And this is just to thank you for being one of my founding fans here. And you're more than welcome to invite your friends to like the page. Everyone who has liked the page by that time will be included in the clearing, and this is complimentary.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Let me write a note so I'll remember to
You can re-listen to the recording right there.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Because well, the thing is, see, like in my mind, I'm working it as the people that are in the group. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. That's why they have to like the group to be included in the clearing.
Well, exactly. And then you just said, yeah, they can invite their friends. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, they can. But then
their friends have to like the page.
Got it.
Then they will be part of your community.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, their friends are just put their friends' names.
Oh, no. Because that would get quick.
Right.
But I'm just like in my mindset, you know, because I'm thinking the people that are already on the list.
Right.
You know,
you want to grow it too, so it's a way to grow.
Yes. No, and that's why I mean I get that. It's just
Right.
Okay, so they can invite their friends, but they have to like the page to be included.
Exactly. And I want to give thanks to God, Goddess, Great Spirit, for our special time. We had a beautiful VIP 2.5-hour session or 2-hour session or whatever. So blessings on my beautiful Roxanna, and blessings to all who are enjoying this replay. As you can see, we get a lot done, and we're moving forward with joy and with gratitude, with abundance, and in the spirit of love. Blessings to all beings. Amen, 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 amen. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to look for the email on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, I'm going to keep an eye on your page and see you start putting some cool stuff up there.
I think what I'm going to do, I mean, today is the 3rd. I think I will go with the Lionsgate and tell them I will do the clearing on 8/8.
Good.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Great. 8/8. Great.
Okay. All right.
Wonderful. High five, babe. Moon. Hey. And moi and whoosh.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Ding, 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 ding. And have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again soon.
Okay.
Big hugs. Okay. Bye.